So, as everybody is aware, we had the hell of a storm this last week, and this lovely piece of Chinesium refused to start. Very frustrating when you're losing power throughout a week-long furlough stuck in a house on a hill, iced over. So I've tore this thing apart. We've gone through the whole carburetor, cleaned it up, checked the valves. This thing's got less than 50 hours on it, and I can't complain. I paid $80 for it because it didn't run, and then it kind of ran, and then it stopped running. So, not to complain, I just want to point out, taking these jennies on the back side, taking these off the engine are a absolute pain in the rear end. I'm not going to go into it. There's a guy on YouTube that's doing videos on it. You don't want to do it unless you got lots of time and a gear puller and a rod and threads in the bearing housing. It's a lot of work. Anyway, I digress. So we're playing around, looking inside the Jenny and seeing how that looked, if there's anything going on with the inside of that. That was clear. Pulled the carb, cleaned the carb in the ultrasonic cleaner from Hobo Freight, and then checked the timing. Of course, put a new spark plug in it. We've got spark. And the next thing I was going to do is I was going to pull the flywheel. Or not, yeah, the flywheel. I was going to take the flywheel off and check to make sure that we didn't have a sheared keyway in there. So, and then I kept hearing this little chirp, and I'm like, what the hell is this little chirp? You know, I've been hearing it, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm just, it's so faint because what's going on? Let me try and explain the CO sensor. This is a CO sensor, right? So let's show you. Here it is. Okay. Yellow LED audible chirp. Replace CO module. Red LED CO hazard, right? And I'm going, okay, there's got to be a battery in there because I'm working on this thing and it chirped. Let's go take a look at what we got going on in here. So if you take a look, we do have a battery. And here it is. So what our whole problem came down to was a garbage design Chinesium battery contact that's corroded. See if you take a look here. Come on, focus. You can see that's corroded there. Not a good contact anyway. I mean, a lot of junk coming out of China. The wires are too small or contacts are inadequate. But so what I'm going to do is resolder this. The question is how did this get power to? It's another battery. See it? Right there. Okay, so that was allowing it to chirp. So not sure. I'm not an electronics expert when it comes to this kind of stuff. But that battery, who knows? We're going to reinstall it and see if we can get this thing to run. And, you can bypass them. I wouldn't if you can avoid it. They're there for a reason. I don't know who's going to run a generator inside their house to where they would need a CO detector, but I want this thing to be fully functional. So just giving people a heads up. If your generator has sat for some time and you can't start it, you might want to try and check to see how this CO sensor is functioning if you've had a battery contact fail. Okay. If I do not do a follow-up video, that means that's all that was going on with this thing. And amazingly enough, we have quite a few hours in tearing this thing apart, playing around with it. But there you have it. By the way, I would never buy one of these new, ever. I'd buy something with a Honda motor. So there you have it. Over and out.